Frank Bello, John from MusicFrenzy.net. How are you, sir?
Hey, John. How are you, man? Good to see you. Good to talk to you.
Yeah.
Good to talk to you, man.
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic. This is my second Anthrax interview. I interviewed Joey, oh my God, probably, well, it was during the worship music touring. I think it was just after the European tour. He sounded tired. like I think like the day before he had just gotten home. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, it was a long tour that kept going on. It was but a good one. So that's all that matters.
I can't believe it's been 4 years, since worship music came out.
It's crazy, dude.
I mean, it's unbelievable.
Like, really.
I covered Anthrax probably 4 or 5 times during that touring cycle. I caught the Rock on the Range back in 2012. I caught 2 of the Testament shows. I mean, it was just a phenomenal run. I mean, when you look back at the worship music album and the touring, the critics and the fans, what are some of your thoughts on that?
First off, it's humbling, and I'm not saying humble to say. I mean, it's humbling. It's true. It's true. I feel it's an overwhelming thing to come out with a record like that because we did, and it was on the line, and we took our time with that record, and we knew we had to come up with the goods, and we knew we had a good record. We knew we had the right record. It was about making people give it a chance, and thankfully, people really gave it a chance, and it just started at that groundswell. And it really, we debuted, think about it, we let the record out on the Yankee Stadium date, which helped a lot for promotion. It was a really good idea with Megaforce Records. Everything worked out really nicely like that.
Sure.
But then it just took its own, it really had its own life, that record. All of a sudden, thankfully, just people loved the record. Think about it, dude. After 30-something years of doing this, to have people say, this is your best record in our catalog. I mean, we've heard that. We've heard that from a lot of people. It was the ultimate compliment. And they go, well, they would say among the living, and they're no, but that's worship music. Oh my God, to hear that at this stage, it makes it all it's all worthwhile. All the hardships of writing the record, all the stuff, the legal stuff we went through, which was a lot, dude. Thankfully, it was a great payoff to be where the best thing you can hear now is Anthrax is back.
Right.
And to hear that from fans and the press and just the scene in general, it's the best, man. We're very fortunate, and we're locked and loaded. We feel like we're ready to go. There's a new fucking energy here, man, and it feels like it's a new band.
And a song like The Devil You Know is it's a classic Anthrax song already. And, I don't see how you guys can play a set anymore, without AIR and Indians and Bring the Noise and The Devil You Know. I mean, it's one of those songs that has to be played,
Well, the great thing is you obviously have the knowledge, and thank you for that. But it's such a strange thing to try to get through. To pick a set list now without getting people mad at you and alienating anybody. You don't want to do that. You want to make everybody happy at the show. But after 30-some-odd years of songs, what do you do?
Yeah.
if you play one song, some other person's not happy. If you play this song, well, you get this whole other crowd that's not happy. So that's the toughest thing right now. And look, and as we speak right now, you and I just finished listening to, because we're going through the new record about just little edits and stuff like that. We have a whole new record coming out there. In my opinion, it's the best Anthrax record to date. I'm more excited about this thing because it's so much energy in this record.
Wow. I'm
so excited, and of course, you have to say that about your new record, but you're selling it.
Yeah.
I'm getting off of it right now. I'm like, wow. I'm getting off the computer just now, just listening to it. I'm like, my God. And I'm so psyched. I can't wait to play them live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just as a fan, I'm a fan of this music. Like, holy shit, I can't wait to play the song.
I was going to say, listen, I'll give you my email address. You just forward it to me. I'll give you my opinion.
These aren't even mixed yet. They're just about to get mixed. We're just editing right now, and they just really look. Truth of the matter is, we're fine-tuning.
Cool.
The great thing about being in this band, we have the time. There's no rush. You want to make sure it's the right record. So you have this time to fine tune, and what you can live with the songs. You know what I mean? You live with them, and you say, all right, what doesn't work, what works. And the great thing about it, when you get that down there, and you have a cohesive song, wow, man, that is the payoff. That's the payoff.
Well, you know, and that's impressive, Frank, because you know you guys have such a history. I mean, freaking Anthrax. I mean, you know, you guys are metal icons, and you know, just to hear, you know, how you're, you know, spending every little moment just to get every little thing in line, and you know, is there still, you know, pressure that the band puts on itself to put out something as good as you can do?
If there's not that pressure, then you don't belong in the game. That's the way I look at it. You shouldn't be writing songs if it doesn't fucking get that fire in your stomach at this point in your life. And for me, I wouldn't want to do it. I have to feel that fire in the song and live it. I have to fucking live it. I hate to curse with it, but I get aggressive with this because that's what this music does. It's got to get that fire up in you. It's got to get it out of you somehow. And that's what this music does for me. It really does. And it's complete energy, riffing. I'm just totally fucking psyched about going forward with this. It's like, let's do this. It's been a while. I mean, we're going on tour. We're coming out of the studio. We're going on tour in a few weeks. Motorhead, and then we go to Europe with Slayer.
Yeah.
But I'll be listening to this even as it's mixed. It's still, wow, it's nurturing it and making sure everything's right. You have to do that. Absolutely do this. Why would you let out anything that's not 110? It's got to be 110, dude. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Really?
I get you. You know, and you've mentioned energy about 5 times before. I had seen a clip from the House of Blues show. There's a clip online from July 28th or whatever it was, and Chuck D came up on stage, and you guys played "Bring the Noise," and yourself and Scotty, you know, he does his stomping around, and I mean, yeah, talk about energy. I mean, you know, I was sweating just watching the freaking video clip. I mean, it was outrageous.
That's the idea. You know, the great thing about it is Chuck is such a good friend of ours. He's one of us. Like he comes on stage. He's a member of Anthrax all of a sudden. He constantly, and he's so gracious and all this stuff that he says, Chuck brings that to his group and brings that kind of energy. And when Chuck came on that stage that night, it was a whole great different energy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You saw that, it's like, wow. And he gave me a boost too. But that was it. That was the last song. And it was at the end of the night, and I was like, wow. It just came up, this whole swell of energy. I loved it.
That's unbelievable, man. I'll tell you, the Worship Music Tour was captured on DVD in Santiago, Chile, the Chile on Hell. And, you know, I know that Jon had only been with the band for a couple months before that show, right?
Let me just say this about Jon Donais right now. In my opinion, I'm so psyched about what he's done for the new record. He's playing on the new record. I'm so, and I'm a bass player saying this, I'm so psyched about the lead guitar playing on the new record.
Wow.
That some of the stuff he's done, I'm so impressed. Well, Jon really stepped up, and I'm so proud of him because he's not only is he a great dude, a great guitar player, but he stepped up in his leads for the record, and it's going to be fun hearing those songs every night. You know, just some of the leads, you look forward to them. He's telling a lot of stories with his leads, and I have to say that Jon Donais is a member of Anthrax, and we're really excited going forward.
I love his work. I've interviewed him a couple times, and he's just a phenomenal guitarist. But after Rob left, you know, Anthrax probably could have gotten any lead guitar player that you wanted. I mean, how did Jon become part of the band?
Rob Caggiano actually helped us with Jon.
Cool.
And gave us his name and stuff. We knew Jon obviously from Shadow's Fall.
Right.
But it just worked out really easily and seamlessly, dude. He came in, hung out, jammed, all easy. No thoughts. You know, it just organically happened. You know, we've been very lucky that way. We've been very fortunate. You know, for the most part, Anthrax has always had great leads to their songs. Getting
back to the touring schedule, August 28th, the 42-city global tour starts, and locally here in the Philadelphia area, September 20th, you're playing up in Clark, New Jersey at this. It's the first annual Food Truck and Rock Carnival. Everybody big's playing that festival. It's going to be really cool.
Have you been there? Have you been there before? Is it the first year? I don't know about it, so let me ask you a question if you don't mind. What is it like there when you hear all those things together? Is it a crazy atmosphere?
You know, I can't tell you, Frank, because it's the first one.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm expecting a crazy atmosphere, which is cool. I like that.
It's a 3-day festival. I'm assuming it's going to be something sort of like Rock on the Range, you know. But yeah, they have. It's got like a carnival vibe to it. There's amazing bands playing. Yeah, all kind of. I think there's a comedian tent. There's food trucks. There's beer gardens. It's going to be a monster.
Beer garden, at least.
Yeah. So I'm going to catch that one, and then 2 days later, you guys are hitting Philly with freaking Motorhead. And, you know, in 2015, I have a son who's 15. He's getting into guitar. Just bought him an Ibanez, about a month ago. And he's got the metal blood.
Good for you, man.
I'll tell you what, he loves metal, and I so love that. But in 2015, you know, you got new Motorhead, you got new Slayer, and Anthrax. I'm not sure if the album's coming out this year or next, but, you know, on the horizon.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so awesome that you guys are still doing this shit, and, like, my son can listen to that, you know?
My thing is, hearing you as a dad, and I have a 9-year-old, believe me, who is trying to pass the torch, and he's loving music, and he's starting to start up with it now, which is great. And hearing that you bought your son a guitar and passing the torch like that, because I long for that. I look forward to dads and people passing the torch, because there's not enough of a young generation player thing I see going on. So I want to see young players. I want to see the new guitar players, right? The new bass players, the new drummers. I want to see the next generation of metal. You know, so they have to come from somewhere. So when I hear you passing the torch like that, it means a lot to me. It's great. Good for you, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a metalhead forever. I've played guitar here and there, but, you know, it's just so awesome that, you know, I never thought that I'd be able to take my son, you know, to a Anthrax show or Slayer or Motorhead. It's so awesome that, and I don't know if it's, you know, many genres can do that. I think metal fans, you know, they just are so into their music that they just engage in it, you know?
Well, thank God for the metal fan.
Yeah.
And this isn't a kiss up. This is true, because I'm a metal fan, man. We're loyal. We're loyal to the people, to the bands that keep giving out consistent music that they want to hear. And I know how fortunate we are. I don't take anything for granted. I know how fortunate we are to be around all these years, and even with the stuff we were learning around for a while, I'm fortunate we were able to come back, and I feel fortunate that we were able to come back in the right way and just be Anthrax again. And look, 2015, we're ready to put out a new record. I feel very fortunate. I'm very lucky. I know that. I don't take that for granted for 1 second.
Are we looking at a 2015 or 2016 release date, Frank?
We are looking at, just because by the time, you know, this whole record company to get us set it up and all that stuff, we'll probably, I'm thinking January of 2016, because it'll be locked and loaded, set up, and they call it set up, you know. That means promotion and all that stuff, how to make people all around the world know that it's coming out and all that stuff. By the time all that happens, the setup, the mixing, the setup, all that stuff will be ready, the artwork will be ready to go, and be ready to go out, so.
When you guys were writing, how did the writing process go? Did John and Scott, you know, bring stuff to the table along with yourself and Joey, or, you know, how'd that go?
Yeah, I mean, we write as a band. I mean, it just happens to be that way. It works out. You know, we get together. Charlie, Scott, and I bang out a bunch of songs. Whoever comes up with stuff, and it becomes songs, and then we do the melodies, and then vocals on, and then lyrics on top. It's like a cake. You make a cake, and you make sure everything's right.
Yeah.
And I think now the final stages of all that is that I call it fine tuning right now. That's what we're doing. Like, the songs are done. They're about to be mixed and stuff like that. And it's so exciting right now just to listen to the record come to life now, man. It's like, wow, this stuff we've been breaking our ass over all these, you know, this last couple of years, and now to hear it come to fruition, it's like, wow. And then you get completely psyched and can't wait to play them live and share them with everybody. It's gonna be nuts. It's a heavy record. I'm psyched.
Well, I mean, as an Anthrax fan, you know, I was one of the ones that it was in the camp of worship music was one of the best things that I've heard. So to hear you being so passionate and so excited for this next one, January can't come fast enough for me, brother.
And I can't say that. Look, dude, you know what? If I wasn't this passionate about it, then I don't belong here. Number one.
Yeah.
But number two, I couldn't say anything I don't feel because I was as excited when I remember worship was coming out. This has that total for me. I'm ready to go. Wow. I just think we're in a good vein. We tapped a good vein. I think we know as songwriters where we are right now and who we are. So and I think the fans see that. It's a nice combination because remember we're just fans of this music. We're playing the band, you know,
yeah.
writing these songs because we're still fans of this stuff and always will be. So I couldn't be more excited about the next cycle coming up.
Oh, that's awesome. I can't wait, and I can't wait to catch you guys September 20th and September 22nd here in Philadelphia. Frank, listen, man, I so appreciate your time. Good luck with the touring, and I'll hopefully talk to you again come January when the record comes out.
You will, bro. Thank you so much, and thank you for the continued support, dude, sincerely.
Anytime, Frank. Thank you.
And take care of yourself and your kid, man. Very cool.
Thank you, man. Bye-bye.